Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vincent Tan speaking. This time, I'm going to share you how to install the TNV. This sharing device into these 5 parts. I have put the corresponding video linkages at the below description area just for your reference. Moreover, I also provide the correct subtitle. Don't forget to turn it on if you need. Indoor unit installation. And this is the sample we installed in China domestic market. So you can find that this is the indoor unit. Basically, there are 3 parts of it, which is the gas pipe, liquid pipe, and also the condensing water pipe. And also on this picture, you can find it. The pipes, they are all horizontal and vertical. And there, this is the other sample. And in this sample, you can also find that before installation, our installer already playing the direction, the pipe direction, and also where to install this indoor unit. We put it on the wall. So even a fresh, which is not that familiar of the indoor unit installation, they can follow this to install the indoor unit and also to do the pipe. This is the indoor unit installation procedure. Basically, this presentation is based on the duct type indoor unit. We will show you how we install the duct type for you. And basically, they are similar. Either the indoor unit is duct type or cassette or the floor ceiling. And just follow these steps, you can finish. The first is to select where to install this indoor unit. And here is the requirements. The first is to ensure the ceiling or where you installed it, they should be strong enough to bear the weight of this indoor unit. The next is the convenience for the water drainage, which means for the condensing water, you need to flow out either the indoor unit with the water pump or not. You need to consider the slide, which is long, it is high enough for the water drainage. And the next is just consider about the electromagnetic interference to avoid it, as this may avoid may affect the indoor unit operation, especially you need to avoid if there's no command, the indoor unit can turn on automatically. That the reason is this. And the last is the air circulation. That means in this area, the air circulation it should be good enough. And besides, when you're going to transport or lifting the duct type especially, and only holding this 4 area. If you're holding the drainage pipe like this, we're just afraid that maybe it will make it to be cracked, and this also leads to the water leakage. Next step is to check the air type of the indoor unit. For each indoor unit, either it is duct type or the cassette, before out of factory we charge 3 kgf the nitrogen inside. So on side you just need to just like this to press this pin. If you can check the air coming out, that means the air type is okay. Otherwise you need to check why, where is the leakage. And the next is to install the indoor unit. Before that, you need to drill a hole at the ceiling. And actually, we already provide you the cardboard template for your reference to drill the hole. So on it, you can just put on the cardboard, and then on this direction or the position, you can drill a hole. After you drill a hole, you need to install this hanger rod, and we recommend M10 to install with the indoor unit. And last is at the button or at the lower side of the nuts, you need to apply double to avoid loose. And also during the indoor unit installation, you need to consider about the clearly runs. And this value is according to different type of the indoor unit and also the different capacity. So you can find it on the same high static pressure duct type. If the capacity is different, this requirement also different. And to ensure this is not only to ensure the capacity or the performance, also you need to ensure when you're going to repair it, which means if something wrong with this indoor unit, you need to do the maintenance. You need to consider the maintenance distance. And also, this is the super high static pressure. According to different type of the indoor unit, this is a requirement.
If the hanger of the duct tie lengths more than 5 feet, we require to apply this horizontal brace to increase the intensity. This is to ensure the stability. In these two pictures, is the installation okay? The answer is no. For this one, you can find it. This is the ductile indoor unit. It already touched this air ductwork, which means during the operation, it will generate a vibration and make the noise. And for this case, you can also find that this is the indoor unit, and this service person will not have enough space to do the maintenance. Moreover, if this indoor unit just apply the button for the air return, so the air volume it should be fine, but the noise it will increase about 5 decibel A. For the cassette tie, the default setting will support up to 10 feet of from the grill to the floor, and more than this value, please adjust the P31 to increase the fan RPM to higher the ESP.
And not only the clearly runs, but also the access stop you need to consider for the indoor unit, especially when you're going to do the maintenance. And here is the reference, the size of the access stop. And as for the level checking, there are two options for you. First is the whole indoor unit is all horizontal. The other is it can slide 1%, just follow the drainage direction. Actually, inside we already consider the water drainage, so you can just to ensure it is 100% horizontal, it's okay. Or you can just follow 1% the water drainage. And the last step is do the protection. And when we finish the indoor unit installation, you need to do the protection of it. And the reason is that after that, basically the indoor required to do the decoration, right? We're just afraid that during the decoration, the plating or the corrosive gas may damage this indoor unit. And here is the examples. And first is this one. You can find it just covered with the cardboard, right? Actually it is no good because the cardboard may just damage the inside insulation. If the inside insulation is damaged, and later it will make it lead to the condensing water to generate on the surface of the panel. And more, and it especially is happen inside the ceiling. We're just afraid that the condensing water may damage the ceiling. And for this case, also you can find it the whole one is already painted by the decoration, right? And also it is NG. And also what we're afraid is that this inside motor also may be damaged. And also this will lead to the abnormal noise, and which is always complained by the customer. So you just need to avoid it, just cover it with a positive bag is okay. And just like this.
Fasten the duct tie with the hangers. The next is to connect the duct tie with the air ductwork, and you need to use this cavernous as a soft connection for the better connection. And this can also avoid the poor or long connection or even the misalarms. And the benefit is it can lower the noise and also to avoid the condensing water leakage. Besides, it can also avoid the capacity loss. And the recommendation lengths for different types of the duct tie, low ESP, medium ESP, and high ESP. Just follow this table for your reference. We also recommend to apply this Brennan chamber. The benefit also, first, it can stabilize the airflow. The next is easier for you to connection to the other small chamber or small ductwork. The last is it can lower the airflow noise. And just like this case, and here is the indoor unit, and this is the air discharge. It just means alarm. Air ductwork requirement. Basically, you can choose these two types, either the rectangle galvanized tie or the round flexible tie. For the low ESP duct tie, basically we are not allowed to apply this round one just due to the pressure loss is too much. As for the high or medium ESP duct tie, we accept to connect with this one, but the quantity max is 4 and the length for each is up to about 16 feet. And also you need to make it as straight as possible, not like this. Just like this one. Meanwhile, this ductwork also should not change too much, just like this. Not allow and also not allow. This is reduce the size at the middle, also not allow. The reason is this will increase the pressure loss and you will lose the air volume. That's all for this sharing. If you still have any other question or any other suggestion, feel free to send me to my email address. Meanwhile, you can also scan this QR code to access the sharing. Hasta la próxima. それではまた今度。